My name is Engineer Kelvin Idafia Kobasa. Now we are presently in one of our sites in the city of Port Harcourt, River State, where we are at the decking stage. Now when it comes to decking properly, there's what we call the carpenter's formwork. This carpenter's formwork introduces all the beam, and this beam represents all the dead load of this building. I wonder why some group of person who has converted themselves to become engineer in the building industry, and this group of persons, they are as agents, carpenters, artisans. When you don't know the function of dead load, let me tell you something. You cannot communicate, and when you cannot communicate, you cannot relate. And when you cannot relate, you just have one option. It's for you to assume. And when you assume and you omit your dead load, which have a major role to play in your building projects, unknowing to you that this same dead load has been detailed and specified in your structural drawing. I know that because you don't know, you cannot communicate it. You cannot relate with the structural drawing. That is why you are omitting, and that is why you are assuming them. Come, let me show you something. Now what we have here, there's a foundation layout. Now, we have the layout floor beam slab. Now, this shows you all the patterns of the dead load. And it tells you the different bars per beam, the spacing of your beam. Now take a look at what we have here. The spacing of your steel rope. We have 250, which is 10 inches. Look at it. 10 inches. 10 inches. We have 10 inches. We have 10 inches. So there's no reason why somebody should omit or assume the structural aspect of this building. We have a running site in Warri, and there is a particular site that is sharing boundary with our site. Now that site is a 2-deck. Why? What we're handling is also a 2-deck. Can you imagine what I saw on the deck? All these major beams on this deck that I'm showing you now, look at all these major beams. They were omitted. Where you are saying block line, it was supposed to be a beam, a load carrier. And they omitted them. They're on the block wall, saying the slab will give the load to the beam, to the column. Now let me make you understand something. Now this particular slab you're seeing now, the slab will give the load to the beam. And this beam will distribute the load uniformly and give it to all the columns. Now, in the aspect when this slab gives the load to the beam, we are supposed to have a major beam and there's no beam there. Who do you think that the slab will give the load to? The slab will give the load to the block wall. And when the block wall cannot carry or distribute that load, what will happen to the wall? The wall will start cracking. It is better for you to know who you entrust your building project with. Now, to all site owner, don't be making it look as if we don't have professionals in the field. We have a lot of professionals. So I beg of you, as a site owner, always seek for the counsel of professionals. Take a look at this particular project that I want to show you now. Still in Warri. My electrician working in Warri presently sent this particular job to me. I take a look at the major beams that was supposed to be a load carrier again. Still in Warri, this project, now as I'm talking to you now, the project is right on. All these beams, they've been omitted. So who will not carry the load? Who is doing your design? So that you don't end up like these people that are saying what God cannot do does not exist. This thing can be averted.
Hey! See my neighbor! See my neighbor! See my neighbor! Hey! What God cannot do does not exist. Hey!
Hold on.
Stop disturbing God. What God cannot do does not exist. Do the right thing. Now, January, I was in worry for a particular project that is just at the verge of collapsing. Look at all the walls. All the walls have cracked. And in March, I was still in worry for a one deck that is still at the edge of collapsing. So I urge you to always seek for the counsel of professionals. We are Kendaf Structure and Global Services Limited. If you know that as you are looking at me, you don't know one professional and you will seek its counsel, you can DM us.